Hello everyone. Today I'm doing this kind of fun activity in my sketchbook where I use a random object generator to give me a list of items that I then just paint straight with my paintbrush. I like using quite a big brush for this and just kind of really enjoying the brush strokes and the shapes that I can create. It creates a really nice pattern in my sketchbook and a spread that I think looks really nice, bearing in mind that it's made up of stuff like lampposts and keys and spoons. This is the first time I was actually doing this activity with paint. Previously I've done it in like felt tip pens, but I think using paint just kind of makes it look a bit more pleasing to look at, which is why I want my sketchbook to look nice, and for something so simple it was a lot of fun. You'll see later on in the video that once the paint is dry I go over it with colour pencils just to add a few more details into the objects to make them look a bit more like the objects they're supposed to be. The reason that I've realised recently that I use a lot of kind of random prompt generators and online resources to kind of come up with ideas. I think there's a lot of times where I have the time, I have the motivation to paint, like I'll be really in the mood for like filling up my sketchbook, but then like comes to it and I have no idea what I want to make. Sometimes those ideas just aren't there. So I think kind of using websites online, I can link a few of my favourite ones below. I've done ones where a random Pokemon generator and random shape generators, random fruit generators, like they're so random in themselves, but they are a lot of fun. It takes the thinking out of trying to come up with something to do, and then it meant that if you have a small amount of time anyway, that you don't have to spend it all desperately trying to think of what you want to do, or do I need to find a reference image, do I need to do this, do I need to do that. This is kind of just my go-to. Okay, I'm in the mood to paint, I don't know what to do, let's just do something really random. And this objects one I find a lot of fun. The objects are the kind of things that you have in your house, so you tend to know what they look like, and sometimes not looking at photos for them, it creates some quite funny results. I've definitely drawn some quite questionable objects doing this in the past, but that's just the fun of it really. I do think that it's quite a fun activity to do, which is why I did leave a lot of the footage in as like real time. I cut up a bit so it didn't last for too long, but I think it's just fun to watch this kind of painting process. It's the brush strokes are big, it's bold, it's colourful, and I just find it very fun. Maybe I'm just really weird, but something about really big brush strokes and line work is just really nice. But yeah, I think that's it. Oh, actually, the paint I'm using for this is the Kuretake Gansai paints. I think that's how you pronounce it. I think they're probably my favourite paints to use, or material really to use in my sketchbook, because watercolours I don't think would work very well for this because they're a bit too transparent, but I like the ease of just having to wet my paintbrush and just stick it straight into the paints, whereas with gouache it's a bit more of a hassle to get the paints out, to open them all up, to squeeze out exactly which ones I want to have. With this it's just, they're so easy and they're so pigmented and colourful, so yeah, I find it really fun to paint with them. And yeah, the pencils that I use later on are the Prismacolor pencils. I have quite a few of them, so I just kind of pick the kind of closest colours to match the paints, and then like just to add the details in, etc. Yeah, that's kind of all I have to say about this video. Feel free to just kind of put your own music on if you want to listen to the rest of it. I think it's quite a fun one to just kind of sit and chill and watch. But yeah, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.